Okay, so we are live. Hello, guys. Welcome back to Rep Sports, and I'm Rahul. Alongside me is Snehashizda, Devashizda, and joining me is Shomnath. And finally, the FIFA World Cup almost in the business end because we are just few hours away from the much-awaited final, and for the first time, Euro champions, any Euro champions will meet the Copa America or defending world champion. It's between Spain versus Argentina. We'll talk in details about the final game, but before that, we will look back at the third place playoff match as well between England and France. And what a classic thriller it was last night. I will start with Snehashida. Snehashida, just describe the game. Do you think England fans will regret, after losing to Argentina? And also, Thomas Tuchel, do you think his decision to bench Saka against Argentina has really backfired? The way actually, because it was a brilliant hat trick from Saka against France.
See, I think obviously England fans will be happy that they ended the tournament on such a high 6-4 win over France, and we all know the quality sides France is. But if you ask me, I think France were never interested in this game. The body language was so down for them in the first half, and it seems that they don't care about this match. Yes, I think maybe in the dugout this time when they went back, I think he gave some pep talk or something. I think that worked from them. In the second half, it was a brilliant start from them. They came back with three brilliant goals before the hydration break. But again, I think what worked for England, I think again, Rashford and Saka playing together from the start. I think that worked for England. I think they were brilliant, and this is what I think surprised me throughout the campaign, that why Tuchel didn't use both of them that much when it comes to in the playing 11, and maybe when it comes to substitution also. Because if you see in the games that they played since the group stage, I'm saying that whenever they use someone like Saka and Rashford, it's very back end of the matches. They got very less time to make any such impact. So I think if they could have brought in a little bit earlier, maybe in games, then they could have linked up better and they could have provided some better result for England. So I think that is one point that they proved again, as a pair, that they could do good things, and they did that. I think Eze was good in the second half. But overall, I think for Saka, it was a brilliant hat trick. See, I think a World Cup hat trick is World Cup hat trick. Doesn't matter playing against whom and in what kind of game. So for Saka, it's a brilliant thing. I just hope that I can survive the social media, because Arsenal fans will might come out and say that Saka is better than Messi. So I just hope I can survive that. But overall, I think better for best for England that they end the tournament on a high. But still, a lot of things to be corrected for England going forward.
Absolutely. Shamikda, do you think England would be proud of their performance because their best performance in World Cup in the last 60 years? And also, a word on Kylian Mbappe?
Uh, as regards being proud, you don't feel proud after winning a Sunday league game. This sun you don't do, basically as a Sunday league game, and this is disgusting. This is nonsensical. This third place playoff should be done away with, but FIFA will not do that, especially Infantino's FIFA, because what is this? They are greedy. They are only after money. They care a damn about football and the footballers. It is about one more game which they can sell to the host broadcasters, their commercial partners, all the advertisers. So more revenue. This World Cup, I'm coming to this game, but before that, this World Cup has been the worst in the tournaments in the competition's history. And I'm not even going to football. Starting with a Somalian referee being sent back, number one. US president directly meddling into football affairs, uh, 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 calling the FIFA president, who appears to be his fanboy, and asking him to rescind a red card, which was done. Right. You go back even you go back even further to the qualifying. Cristiano Ronaldo got a straight red, and as per rules, he should have been banned for 3 games. Just his ban was reduced to 1 game. You go to the first match of this World Cup, Argentina versus Algeria, a clear stamp by Lionel Messi. It was completely ignored. It would have been a straight red card and a 2 game ban. Now everything, Iran, one of the participants of this tournament, Iran were not allowed to stay in America when they were coming to the United States. They were playing and they were flying back that night. to Mexico. So I thought, I mean, this World Cup just stunk, and this is the worst World Cup ever. Has to be, because if you sport is not only about sport is not only about what is happening on the pitch. You there was not level playing field was not offered at this World Cup. This is basically a geopolitics World Cup. That is coming to yesterday's game. Once again, this is a nonsensical thing. This is a nonsensical thing. I still believe Thomas Tuchel should be sacked right after this World Cup. What he did against Argentina, that self-inflicted defeat, his game management. Thomas Tuchel. I was reading a Mirror report yesterday saying that Pep Guardiola might be interested, and if that is the case, then if he should walk the extra mile or do whatever it takes to convince him, because 2 years down the line, England would be hosting Euros. Finally, finally, I hope the next FIFA Congress, because I mean, Gianni Infantino has made FIFA a laughing stock. Even his press conference with Donald Trump 2 days before the final, uh, he has made FIFA a laughing stock. I wish going ahead at the next FIFA Congress, UEFA will have to take the lead. UEFA put up a candidate against Gianni Infantino, irrespective of the results of the FIFA presidential election. That would be a statement that, look, we are not with you. UEFA should take the lead, because football, Europe, is the sanctum sanctorum of football.
Okay, and controversy is still going on, before the FIFA World Cup final, because yesterday news was coming that Spain, former Spanish national team player Capdeville was also member of the Spain team, which took part in the 2010 World Cup and also emerged as the champions. Capdeville was denied visa to enter US before the FIFA World Cup final. He tagged Donald Trump in the social media as well. Controversies are still going on. But
And
Shomnath, I
and
would request
Rahul
you to take this
and
comment.
Rahul look at the
Yes,
and Rahul
Monica.
look at the double standards. After the last Euro final, even after the final, a day before the final, after returning to Spain, Rodri and Alvaro Morata put out a slogan supporting Gibraltar. UEFA promptly banned them for a game each. Here, a political banner was unfurled, and the players celebrated with it on the pitch after the England Argentina game. And there is no FIFA said we'll look into this after the final. So there is nothing to play for after the final. So who they are trying to fool? Basically, they are not even they are not even suffering fools gladly.
Okay, okay. Shomnath, your comment on this. I mean, Kylian Mbappe, now has scored 22 goals, most goals in a FIFA World Cup. Do you think Lionel Messi can get past him tonight?
Obviously, Kylian Mbappe now have 10 goals in this World Cup, and Messi has 8. So, minimum he has to score 2 goals to win the Golden Boot. If he wins the Golden Boot, it will be the first in his career. But again, uh, firstly in a high profile final, then scoring 2 goals against a team like Spain, I think it's not easy. The Golden Boot will go to Kylian Mbappe, and it's really tough. But talking about the third place match, shouldn't be count towards the Golden Boot? I don't think so, because two quality teams face against each other. Obviously, they don't have the same enthusiasm or same passion, to compete the match. But 6-4 scoreline is something that both the teams were all out in terms of their attack. So Kylian Mbappe, once again, it's his credit in the second half. The way France bounced back into the match in the when we are seeing the first half, it clearly was a disaster for France. But the way they bounced back and made the scoreline look respectable a bit, I think obviously it shows the character of this France team and Kylian Mbappe. I mean, he maybe he have gone trophyless this season, be it the club football, be it the national team football, but still we can't deny that in this generation, Kylian Mbappe is the biggest superstar. The kind of performance he have given over the years, it's said so. But again, yes, I think Kylian Mbappe deserves the golden boot, and Messi will get the golden ball. That's for sure. But again, extraordinary stuff will be needed from Lionel Messi if he wants to win the golden boot in the final.
Absolutely, but Devashish, do you think it doesn't matter whether Lionel Messi gets the golden boot or not? But he has already put to bed the debate of the greatest of all time.
Yeah, obviously, Shomikda will not agree with us. Uh, Shomikda is just he is just willing to say something, but I would say Kylian Mbappe also yesterday he did mention that he would have loved to be into the final of FIFA World Cup rather than to getting the golden. So that and it is purely nonsensical match means this third place playoff because the motivation will be to be in the final rather than playing this third and fourth place. But still, obviously, it is up to FIFA to look into. But as far as Messi is concerned, I think I was going through one tweet. In fact, Shomikda has quote tweeted that someone has posted in X that. Argentina has won against Algeria, Austria, Cabo Verde, Switzerland, Egypt, and for 2 months, Messi does well in a World Cup and he will get the Ballon d'Or, irrespective of the entire season. So, but that's the unfortunate part. But obviously, but at the end of the day, it's not denying the fact that Messi not only he has scored 6 goals and few of them were top class goals, but also has been part of 4 assists. So I think 2 more goals and 1 assist might just be, be enough to give him the Ballon d'Or once again, and also put to rest the
Absolutely,
debate,
honest.
as to who is the real goat.
Absolutely. Johnny Apple is commenting, what is it with this 25-minute halftime show? I don't think the halftime show will be 25 minutes. It will be, I think, a 17-minute halftime show. Earlier, it was decided that it will be a 25-minute show headlined by Shakira, then Justin Bieber and Coldplay. But now it has been fixed to 11-minute show, and it will take another 6 minutes for the installation of stages and all things. For the first time ever in FIFA World Cup final, there will be a halftime show, and it's it has been copied from the Super Bowl event in because halftime show also takes place in Super Bowl event in US, and that's why for the first time in the FIFA World Cup final we'll get to witness a halftime show this time. But Shreya is talking about the final. Argentina has been the team this World Cup, who have suffered badly in most of the games, but still every time they have showed resilience and managed to come back. But on the other hand, Spain have been the most clinical, complete, or disciplined side, not only this World Cup, but since last 35 to 37 games. Which team do you think this final will favor? The sufferer like Argentina, or the dominating side like Spain?
See, I think considering the way, as you mentioned, the Spain have looked more comfortable, more compact, and more calm and composed when it comes to playing as a unit rather than Argentina, the defending champions. For me, Spain will start the game for me as a favorite a little bit, margin of 1%, 51-49 in favor of Spain. But for Argentina, the experience is there. Most of the guys have played, in the last final. They know how to win a final, how to win a World Cup final. But for this Spain side, many youngsters they are going to play their first ever World Cup final. They have played, Euro final. They have won the UEFA Nations Leagues, but those are completely different challenge. Playing a World Cup final in a ground where Argentina supporters will be there, and for Messi supporters, because Messi being played in MLS for last several years, he has also managed several fan base, different fan base there. So I think against those fan base, it will be a great challenge for Spain, no doubt about that. I think as a unit, especially their defensive unit and midfield, I think they have been brilliant. The most successful passes, if you go by the stats, I think these are the evident. The top five most successful passes in this tournament, top five from both these teams only. Top three by from Spain, that is Rodri at the top, and then Cubarsí and Laporte. And at number 4 and number 5, there are two midfielders from Argentina. I think it's Paredes and Indo Fernandez. So I think both of them. So I think two quality side in the battle will be in the midfield, no doubt about that. But still, if you ask me, I am not talking about the attack. I think the battle will be decisive in both the midfield and defensive area. I think in those two crucial areas, I think Spain are kind of ahead of Argentina in terms of consistency, in terms of performance so far in this World Cup. So let's see what happens. But one thing that favors Argentina, that as I mentioned, that the pressure, they know the pressure because they have handled this kind of pressure last time around. So they know what you need to do at such a stage compared to Spain, this young side.
Absolutely. Show me the word on the duel between Lamine Yamal and Lionel Messi. I mean, the duel everyone was waiting to watch out because in March there was scheduled to be the final ISMA, but unfortunately it was cancelled due to the ongoing war in the Gulf country. But now finally, a football world will get to witness the battle between Lamine Yamal and Lionel Messi. It's kind of passing the torch moment. And also, Lamine Yamal or Lionel Messi, who do you think will emerge triumphant tonight?
Difficult to tell, and it is. I don't think it is passing the torch moment because what Messi has achieved as a player, Lamine Yamal will have to achieve that. Even if he wins the World Cup, what Messi has achieved, Champions League, the league titles, a player is judged based on his career, based on his club career, not World Cup. Otherwise, Toto Schillaci would have been the greatest World Cup player ever, or Paolo Rossi. I'm not disrespectful. I'm a blind fan of Paolo Rossi, and God bless his soul. But we can all agree that Paolo Rossi is not doesn't come into that GOAT debate, right? So a player is judged based on his club career. He has a long, long way to go. What Messi has achieved, what Cristiano Ronaldo he has achieved. These guys, I mean, it is a long, long way to go. So it is premature to say that the baton will be passed, but we can say that Lamine Yamal is Lionel Messi, and both are from La Masia. See, this game is Cruyff versus Cruyff, Johan Cruyff versus Johan Cruyff. Because if you look at the coaches, he Lionel Scaloni, he earned his coaching badges. He learned his coaching in Spain and under De La Fuentes. And De La Fuentes is once again from that Johan Cruyff coaching tree. So the philosophy is the same. The majority of the Argentine players, a lot of Argentine players, they played that, or they still play in Spain. So that Spanish football philosophy that is shaped by Johan Cruyff is there. Number two. Number three is that once again, if you are talking about Lionel Messi and Lamine Yamal, both are from La Masia, and La Masia unarguably is the best football academy in the world. It is not only Lamine Yamal. You look at Kubarsi. 4 years down the line, he might be 100 million defender. The way, I mean, I see shades of Franco Baresi in him. So it is a, it is very, this game is very much Cruyff versus Cruyff. But Argentina are good at dark arts. Argentina are good at dark arts, and they get away with that. And Shomnath said golden ball for Lionel Messi, but I will respectfully disagree. Why not golden ball for Rodri? As far as I'm concerned, he is the player of the tournament, the way he has played. And that midfield battle, Rodri and Fabian Ruiz, I hope and I expect them to win that midfield battle over Enzo Fernandez and Alexis McAllister.
Absolutely, both the team boast great midfielder. Let's see which midfielders the last laugh tonight. One is commenting that another time homegrown coach will win another World Cup as trend continues from 1930 inwards. Absolutely, the trend is still continuing. This time also, Lionel Scaloni, a pupil of De La Fuente. I think back in 2017 during a coaching course, Lionel Scaloni was a student of De La Fuente, but hardly they knew that they will face each other in the FIFA World Cup final. Shomnath, take this comment. Do you think that Pedri should start in place of Fabian Ruiz, or De La Fuente will stick to same lineup with which they defeated France in the semi-final?
I don't agree. The kind of form Fabian Ruiz is in currently, I think he's a automatic starter in the Spanish first 11. But obviously, Pedri, he will come in the second half. He will be here. He will be there for the ball position, keeping the ball position. His immaculate passing and the number of errors he makes is close to zero in every match. So obviously, Pedri is one of the cleanest players, but you need that kind of workload in the pitch as well to match the Argentine, workload. We have seen the Argentine midfield in obviously Rodrigo de Paul, McAllister, Enzo Fernandez. They are workload monsters, and to counter that, you need players who can deliver similar kind of workload, which Fabian Ruiz can deliver, which Rodri can deliver. So obviously, it will be a very crucial battle of midfield, as Shamikda said, and it will be very very interesting. And obviously, in today's match, the one who will show the character in the midfield will win the match for sure. But obviously, it will be a very tough battle. Actually, Spain, who likes to keep the ball position, they will be heavily pressed by the Argentine midfield, who likes to likes to intercept, likes to snatch the ball in the midfield. And again, it will completely depend in that specific duel, in that small duel, that who keeps the ball and who wins the ball. I think it will change the tempo of the game. Spain, they will try to keep the position and they will not let Argentina play their natural game. They will try to destroy the Argentines game. But I think Argentina, they will look to intercept repeatedly to destroy the Spanish midfield. So obviously, it will be very interesting, the battle of midfields. Obviously, with Lionel Messi and Lamine Yamal, both the superstars of their respective teams, if they fire, we would see a different match. But I think the midfield battle will be the key for this final.
Absolutely, the midfield battle will define this final. Before I go to Devashish, this time for the first time, the champion team will get a championship ring this time in the FIFA World Cup final, and this also been copied from the Super Bowl championship. Not only the first time the FIFA World Cup final will have a halftime show, but for the first time, 30 members of the winning squad will get the FIFA World Cup championship ring from Donald Trump or FIFA President Gianni Infantino. Devashish, the word on Argentina's head coach Lionel Scaloni. I mean, there was so much of skepticism around him, and when he was handed the job of the national team head coach, but from that now he has brought Argentina to back-to-back final of the FIFA World Cup.
Yeah, absolutely, and he has earned the respect of this Argentine side, and especially the way the entire player Argentina team has rallied behind Scaloni. That speaks volumes, and obviously, and the way he has his chemistry with Lionel Messi means we hardly seen Messi means he was kind of he walks in the park means obviously, but when Messi the way he has handled Messi throughout his campaign, I think that speaks volumes. The way and credit should be given to Scaloni, but you need other players as well to back up Messi and Argentina in that second half against England. Obviously, England Tuchel played a part. Means obviously he sort of gave Argentina that room, but despite that, it was Argentina's comeback. Means if you look at that game against Egypt or Switzerland or in fact England, that relentless pressure. If Argentina can bring that game against Spain in the final, then I would say it might just be obviously Opta still rates give Spain a better chance. They have 59% chance as far as who will go on to lift the World Cup, but Argentina is not far behind with 49%. So I think the battle might be, as Somnath rightly said, will be in the midfield, especially with Dani Olmo, Rodri, Fabian Ruiz. I think Fabian Ruiz might just start given the way that he played against France, and also for Argentina once again. So I think whoever has a hold in the midfield might just have the last say. And then you have the Messi brilliance as well. You cannot count out. You see, time and again he might not play a part, but one bit of brilliance might just prove enough. That is why I would say that Spain will not be overwhelmingly favorites because of presence of Lionel Messi in that Argentine side.
Absolutely, I think late surge of Argentina, that is one thing that Spain need to be aware of, because against Egypt, against Switzerland, then against England, every time Argentina's late comeback been inspired by Lionel Messi. So obviously, I think they will have a specific tactical plan for Lionel Messi. But Asnesh is the do you think it will be decided within 90 minutes or it will head into the extra time or tiebreaker? And if so, Which player do you think? Can you name one player from either team who can have a massive impact coming off the bench after 25 minutes?
See, I think I personally believe the match can go into 120 minutes. So let's see if that happens. And for Spain, I think Mikel Merino, I think he has been the super sub for them. The impact that he managed to pull from the Portugal game onwards, I think he has been superb. So for me, it's Mikel Merino. For Argentina, let's see. Maybe that who was the I think Gonzalo's guy, who is coming from the bench in most of the games. I think he can be one that who can make a difference. But what else? I think more than him, I think the Mikel Merino has been superb. I think the role clarity that he has within the team, and he knows what to deliver, and especially not on the midfield. I think as an attacking intent also, the intent that he has been showing. I think he has been superb. So let's see what happens. But I believe that the match will go into 120 minutes. I am not seeing this match ending in 90 minutes. Let's see.
Absolutely. Enzo Fernandez and Julian Alvarez will fire and they take Argentina to his fourth World Cup. Absolutely. I think Argentina needs someone to fire alongside Lionel Messi as well. And Enzo Fernandez and Julian Alvarez could be the unsung hero for Argentina in this FIFA World Cup final. Our final few minutes of the show will take prediction from our panelists. We'll start with Shomikda, then I will. Then from Shomikda to Snehashita will go. Shomikda, your prediction for the final tonight, and also, can you predict the score if possible?
Hmm, 1-0, 1-0 Spain scoring in the 96th minute.
Ooh.
Oh, interesting, interesting. Within 90 minutes. I mean, just
No,
like the
96 minute,
disputed
I mean
fourth
6
goal as
minutes
well.
added on. No, I'm saying
Yes.
6
Okay.
minutes added
Okay.
on. Within the
Okay.
regulation time itself, 6
Uh,
minutes added on. Spain scoring in the 96th minute.
Absolutely. Devashisa, your prediction?
I obviously I will back Argentina. Uh, I would say 2-1 in favor of Argentina. Match will get over in
Interesting.
90 minutes.
Shomnath, match will get over in 90 minutes. Great. Shomnath?
I think the game will go to penalties, and you never know who will win the tiebreaker. So I want two sides because the jersey I'm wearing is gifted. It's a Argentine jersey. It is a gift from a friend. So I will want Argentina to lift the trophy. But again, I think the match will go to tiebreaker because two great team plays in the final, and you can't say actually who will win the tiebreaker. So yeah, that's my prediction. The game will go to the tiebreaker. That's it.
As already three of our panelists have given their prediction, I would go to Snehashita with a different question. Snehashita, Dibu Martinez or do you think Unai Simon, two of the best shot stopper at this FIFA World Cup?
Particularly, if you ask me in this edition, I think Unai Simon has been brilliant over Diego Martinez. I think Simon has been brilliant, especially the France game. I think he was superb. And see, 6 clean sheet. I know the defensive wall has been doing the job for them. That has helped Unai Simon a lot. But still, I think the game, because as we were discussing yesterday also, because if you see the other goalkeeping options that they have, someone like David Raya, who won the English Premier League with Arsenal, and the other option also, I think it's Eric Garcia. So there are good options on the bench for Spain. So for someone like Unai Simon, I think he has earned this place, and he has ensured that the decision that the coach has second has paid off, and the way he has played, I think he is super. For Dibu Martinez, see, I think he has been doing superb job for Argentina for the last 5 6 years. I know in club level he might be a little bit inconsistent, but still I think in last few seasons he has shown that in club level also for Aston Villa. But even United were also linked, I think, in the last summer for a move for Estivo Martinez. At last moment, it didn't happen. But I think for Argentina, I think he has been brilliant. The last World Cup, he was superb. And in this World Cup, whenever he gets to know that he needs to play for Argentina, for Lionel Messi, I think he gets extra supercharged. So another day, we might see Dibu Martinez playing another supercharged game. But for me, I think in this particular edition, I think Unai Simon has been brilliant over Dibu Martinez.
Rahul,
Absolutely. So, yes,
Rahul,
Devashisa.
my 2 cents on this. Dibu Martinez is the moment's goalkeeper. He will come up with spectacular saves, but here and there, he's always prone to an error. Unai Simon, Unai Simon, arguably, now that Thibaut Courtois is in the autumn of his career, arguably the most complete goalkeeper in the world, Unai Simon. Most complete goalkeeper. It is a goalkeeper is not judged by the ability of his by his ability to stop penalties. Otherwise, Bono would have been world number one. That is not the case. So he's the most complete, and he's so good. He's keeping David Raya on the bench. Any other team, Raya would walk in, but he's keeping David Raya on the bench. It's a joy watching him goalkeeping. Um, so that is it. But if the game goes to tiebreaker, if the game goes to penalty shootout, then Dibu Martinez will have the advantage because from the 12 yards, it is like Sergio Goycochea. There are certain goalkeepers who, I mean, you call it sixth sense or whatever, is their ability to anticipate everything. They are fantastic. They are fantastic as far as saving penalties are concerned. Sergio Goycochea single-handedly took Argentina to the 1990 World Cup final. So there are certain. So if the game goes to penalty shootout, then advantage Argentina because of Dibu Martinez.
Absolutely, just like the battle between Lionel Messi, Lamine Yamal, and the battle between the midfield battle between Enzo Fernandez and Rodri, the battle between the two shortstoppers is also one to watch out for tonight. Whether it will be Argentina lift their fourth World Cup or it will Spain who will lift their second World Cup remains to be seen. But you guys can share your prediction in the comment section below and stay tuned to Rep Sports for more update from the FIFA World Cup. That's it for now. See you in our next show.